Alright, so welcome back to White House Farm. What we're doing today, we're replacing the front brakes and rotors on this '07 Toyota Camry. So let's go ahead and finish jacking this up, get the tire off, and get to it. Alright, this is going to be 7/8. Yeah, you can see it's definitely getting down there on the pads and a little wear on the rotor, but we're replacing them. They said they needed to be replaced, so let's go ahead and spray our slide pin bolts and our caliper bolts there. So our slide pin bolts are going to be a 14 mil, and then the caliper is going to be 17 mil. So let's go ahead and get the slide pin bolts out first. We should be able to pull this off. There we go. And we'll go ahead and bungee it up to the shock here. Alright, so we got that bungeed up and out of the way. And you can see with Toyota, with these brake pads, they have where they connect with these springs here. There we go. So that's just a little difference between some of the vehicles. Okay, so now we got our 17 mil on. So we can go ahead and take off these two bolts right here, right there, and right here. Alright, got it loosened up with the breaker bar here. There we go. Oh, let's zip them off. There's one. Just fill right off. There's two. Alright, this rotor, it's definitely seized up a little bit on there, rusted up. So we're not worried about this rotor because we got new ones. So let's go ahead and hammer this off. Alright, so let's protect Alright, you can throw your lug nuts on to protect your bolts here. That way you don't hit them by accident. And we'll give this some wax. You can see how gunked up it is around the rotor there. It's going to take a little bit of finessing to get this off. So I let that sit for a while with the PB Blast on it. Gave it one more whack down here and it broke loose. I did have to use a pick to get, you can actually see some of the junk from that was pulling out of it around the hub there, and then sprayed down through all of the bolts, and that seemed to work. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you got to heat it up or just get a bigger hammer. But all right, now we can take these lug nuts off, pull the rotor off, and start finishing this side up. Yeah, I sprayed behind it too. That's also another reason why whenever you do this, you should sand this down, bust off as much rust, especially around here where it sticks really good, and then put some Never Seas on here, and it should come off a lot easier next time. Start getting the rust off of here. Alright, now we can go ahead and put some Never Seas in here. Alright, let's go ahead and squeeze back our cylinder here. And you can use one of the old brake pads or whatever just to throw in here because you just want to depress this evenly. So you can see we got that all the way back. Another thing you could do is check, make sure the rubber boot's not ripped or torn or anything. I looked it over, it looks fine. But that's just one thing to keep in mind when you're doing these, to go ahead and inspect these as well. See, so now that's compressed all the way. So now when we put the new pads on and everything, this will slip right on. And we have our new pads and hardware. And got these from Napa. That's the part number right there. So let's go ahead and take these apart. We'll also check the slide pins on here, grease them up if we need to. Yeah, you know, they're pretty tight. We'll go ahead and pull those out. Super tight. Come on, there we go. And we'll clean these off and put some new Never Seas on there. And a 27/64 drill bit actually fits in here perfect. Let's go ahead and clear that out and then hit it with some brake clean. brake pads out of here. There's the old ones. See how thin they were getting down to metal. Slide pin actually looks pretty good. Go and hit it with the Scotch-Brite here really quick. This thing looks pretty decent though. All right, go ahead and hit this with a little never sees. And we put that back in there. And just work it in there. There we go. There we go. Now that's nice and loose in there and does what it was supposed to do. It's a slide pen, it's supposed to slide. And all right, so we'll do the same thing for this one. See, that one is barely even budging. Alright, so both slide pins are done. And go ahead and pull off this old hardware since we have new ones for it. And we'll go ahead and bust the rust off of here. So we got that side cleaned up pretty good. Let's go ahead and pull these off of here and do the same thing, bust the rust off there, and we'll go ahead and start putting our new ones on there. There's the old one. There's the new one. Old, new. Alright, you should be able to push them right into place. There we go. Yeah, just like that. There's our other one. Go in there just like that. Those are the new ones. And we can take these old ones out here. Alright. These come from the factory with like an oil on them, just to prevent them from corroding. So you want to hit them with some brake clean, wipe them off, and then we can throw those on. Alright, so we can throw our new rotor on. Alright, so our bracket's all cleaned up. We got the new hardware on there. Got the slide pins greased up. We can go ahead and put this back on. and we'll start with our 17 mil. You just want to start them, get them on with your fingers. Then we'll get the top one. All right, now we can go ahead and zip these on, and that's going to hold the rotor on. Now we can go ahead and put our brake pads in there. And you want to put a little never sees in here, up here, same thing on the other side, and then a little never sees on the back here. Now we're going to put these little spring clips here that hold the two pads together. And there's holes that they go into. And they go just like that. And then the bottom one comes up. Same thing. Put it in the hole. And there we go. So now we can go ahead and put some never sees on that outside here where the caliper goes and put the caliper on. All right, let's go ahead and throw our bolts in there. Just getting going. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead and tighten everything up, and then we can throw the wheel on. Let's put some never sees on here so that the way the rim does not stick to this as well. So everything is on here now. We got the new pads, new rotor, everything's greased up, and it'll be a lot easier to take apart next time. Got all 4 bolts tightened up. So let's go ahead and put that rim on. All right, one side down, one more to go. And we're also gonna go ahead and polish these up for them. You can see where it's nice and clear there, but it's foggy there. So we'll get those all nice and clean. All right, so it's driving good, no squeaks. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna get it up to 40, 50 miles an hour, and then slowly press on the brakes. You don't wanna come to like a complete stop because it puts wear marks in your rotor and burns up your pads. You want to go ahead when they're new, just go ahead and slow down, get up to speed, and then slow down and just break them in that way. And you want to do this roughly about 10 times, and then double check for any well, you could hear squeaking or any of that stuff, but make sure that they're stopping good and everything. So bring it up to speed, slow down. But seems to be working good, and you can actually stop. All new pads, rotors, we should be all set here. So I'll see you guys back at the house. All right, all new brakes, pads, rotors, all for the front, all set. So we're all set here. So I'll leave a link in the description for rotors and pads. I'll try and see if I can find the Napa ones, but we'll have to go off what Amazon has on there. But once again, we hope you like, enjoy, subscribe, and as usual, we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye guys.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf, we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye, Obo.
Bye, guys.